It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Now we got to talk about the Grammys. They are going down tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Wherever you are, you're going to have to get in accordance with that. West Coast time, I think, is 3 hours behind, 5 o'clock. If you're in Central, it's an hour behind, so 6 o'clock. Whatever it works for you, you know your time zone better than I do, okay? Now, I don't typically rock with the Grammys. And I was going to say fuck with, but I'm like, is it too early in the video? I don't want them flagging me. I don't typically fuck with the Grammys, but I do want to talk about those from the culture that are getting nominated, that are performing, the categories that are relevant to us. We're going to do some of the other broader spectrum of who's going to be at the Grammys as well. Not a lot, you know what I mean? Very little, minimal, to be honest. But nonetheless, I'm going to start with who's performing tonight, and then we're going to get into all of the nominations and predictions of who's going to win the categories that, of course, are important to the culture. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think the Grammys are that important to the culture. I've been somebody that's advocating to, kind of say, fuck these niggas. In recent years, we've had people like Drake, Diddy, Jay-Z, so many others that have come out and challenged the Grammys on multiple fronts, right? Getting it right with the nominations, getting it right with who actually wins, getting it right with who gets into certain categories, especially when it comes to black people in pop categories. We should always have more people, but we can't really change their institution, which is why I have mixed feelings about them. Now, in the performers list, we have Adam Blackstone. We've got Billie Eilish, who, she teeters the line between, pop, rock, hip hop, in alternative type shit. So she gets a stamp from the culture, but she's not really in it, right? Burna Boy, right? We fucks with him. Dua Lipa, she does songs with folks of the hip hop persuasion, right? Jay Ivy, shout out to Jay Ivy, right? Dope wordsmith, poet, lyricist, came up through the Kanye ranks and has made his own way. Definitely salute to him. Kirk Franklin will be there tonight performing, so definitely going to get your spiritual element there. Robert Glasper, somebody that I love and respect as far as music goes. SZA. Let's not act like she's not big stepping through that motherfucker, because she's nominated with 9 categories tonight. So if she doesn't win a few or half of them bitches, something's wrong. Terrace Martin, another musical genius. I like that he's going to be there. He's going to be in the best R&B progressive album category at this year's show, and he's going to take the stage during the premiere ceremony. Travis Scott will be there, for those of y'all that fuck with Trav like that. I'm not the biggest Travis fan. Didn't really care for the album he put out last year, but, he's going to be there. And that is pretty much the size of it. As far as performances go, I don't really see anything crazy that's going to make me tune into the show for the performances, but it is what it is. I think SZA, I did say SZA's performing, yeah. Now, to the nominations that we care about, because this is the big deal, okay? So, number 1 is going to be Record of the Year, which basically puts all genres and categories into one big chicken soup, right? So in this category, you have Worship by Jon Batiste. You've got Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. I have not even heard these fucking songs, which is why it's always crazy for me to watch this show. What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish from the Barbie soundtrack. On My Mama by Victoria Monet. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift, and Kill Bill, SZA. It's going to be tough to make a prediction on Record of the Year because I don't have a lot of context with some of these other records. I don't know how big they were. They just in white America, you know what I mean? Which typically you would think that's what dominates just off of the demographic of the U.S. and all that good shit. But, for us, it's On My Mama or Kill Bill. Out of the two, probably Kill Bill, but On My Mama definitely had a lot of firepower this year, so we'll see. We'll see how they try to play it. but I feel like that's definitely gonna go to, you know, they're definitely gonna wash that with extra bleach, in my opinion. Okay. Album of the year. Do we have any representation in album of the year? Okay, SZA's nominated in there. The other contestants in that are World Music Radio by Jon Batiste. Jon Batiste is probably gonna be in a lot of shit. The Record by Boy Genius. Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. Bruh, I did not fucking know Miley Cyrus had an album out at all. You know, nothing wrong, nothing against Miley. It's just crazy to think that she was so entrenched into what we had going on about 6 years ago. She came out and said that rap was in a terrible place and that the game was fucked up, and then she went back to being like, you know, she's still fucking with Mike Will Made It, but you know what I mean. To where we don't even know when she dropped. She's talented as fuck though. Nothing, not to take anything from her. I know she retired from touring, or said she no longer wants to tour because her voice be sounding crazy. Shout out to her. We've got Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey. You know, people fuck with Lana. I ain't gonna say nothing wrong. We got Janelle Monáe, surprisingly, Age of Pleasure. I'm glad she got nominated, but that album was not my favorite of hers. I'll just keep it at that. She didn't give us the display that I was looking for, but y'all may feel differently. Some of y'all may love that album. Y'all might be still living with it. We've got Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Midnights by Taylor Swift, which is always a front runner, especially with the massive sales and everything that happened with this album. There was a lot going on with this album this year. And then you've got SOS by SZA. Of course, that would be my favor, but I think Midnights by Taylor Swift could walk away with it just because of the category. Or I wouldn't be surprised if this guy Jon Batiste takes it. You know, it's between those two. Let me know what y'all think. Song of the year. Do we have people that we care about in there? Okay, so song of the year. This is for the songwriter. Okay, so whoever's behind the actual writing of the song, that's who wins. Artist name appears in parentheses, so you know they get credit, but it's typically for the songwriter particularly. All right. In this category, we've got A&W by Lana Del Rey. We've got Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. Butterfly by Jon Batiste. What I tell you. Got Dance the Night from the Barbie album by Dua Lipa. Flowers, Miley Cyrus. Kill Bill, SZA. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. And What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. Kill Bill is the favorite in my end, but I don't see it happening. And I hate that I don't see it happening, but I don't. Best New Artist. This is an interesting category. We've got Gracie Abrams. We've got Fred again. Got Ice Spice. Wow, Ice Spice. If you win, you're definitely going to shut me the fuck up, ain't you? Solo, Best New Artist. If you walk away with that motherfucker, you ain't never going to take that Orphan Annie shit off. We got Jelly Roll. Shout out to Jelly Roll. I fuck with Jelly Roll. He was a hip-hop artist for many, many moons. He decided to start singing and do that country shit, and the fucking world just bent at his will. Never give up. He is almost 40 years old and is having the fucking all-star rookie season that anybody could ask for. Not a rookie season because he's been around, but he's treated like a brand new artist because that's how discovery works in the industry. Coco Jones is up for Best New Artist. Shout out to Coco Jones. Man, I wish we were going to see your name more tonight. But, you know, I would say out of this category, I would love to see Coco win it, but I just don't see it for her. There's Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, right? Maybe not. I think Jelly Roll might take that shit, though, to be honest. And then you have The War and the Treaty. I like this new producer of the year, non-classical. Y'all definitely incorporating hip-hop producers into that. I think y'all were really playing with us in the past. I like this shit. So the producers that are up for that nomination this year are Jack Antonoff. Don't really know who that is, but he produces for Taylor Swift, produces for Lana Del Rey and the 1975. So big shout out to you and whatever you do. Don't want to discount anybody just because I don't listen to you, because I feel like that's how they've treated us. We've got Durance D. Mile Emil, which is Victoria Monet's primary producer. So he's nominated on behalf of Jaguar too. So hopefully, maybe something comes, but it's a stiff competition here with the producers. We've also got Hit Boy. He's probably my favorite producer out of this category. For those of y'all that may not know what Hit Boy does, he produced Don Toliver's Bus Stop. He produced Just Face It from the Dreamville with Blast. Y'all remember the goddamn, what's the movie? Shit. Creed. Creed shit. You got King's Disease 3 with Nas, Magic 3 with Nas, Magic 2 with Nas. Like, him and Nas have been locked in the studio just cranking out hits for the last few years. Slipping in the Darkness, Surfer Drown. There's a lot of shit in here. I don't know if he's going to win it, but he's my favorite. Then you have Metro Boomin, who's more mainstream, doing bigger shit with, like, people that y'all would care a little bit more about from a, hearing this out and about type music shit. So Metro, of course, is up for Am I Dreaming? Calling. This is all from his album. Creepin', More M's. Oh You Went from Young Thug featuring Drake. Superheroes from Heroes and Villains. Till Further Notice, Travis Scott. Trance featuring Travis Scott and Young Thug. And War About It, Lil Durk featuring 21 Savage. In this category, we've also got Daniel Negro. Okay? And this person produces for Olivia Rodrigo. And that's who's of note to me. Okay? Songwriter of the Year. Are we representing this Songwriter of the Year? Because if we're not, I'm going to skip it. Okay. So the one person that's in our field as far as Songwriter of the Year is concerned is Theron Thomas. He's from the production and songwriting duo Rock City. He writes a lot of shit. Okay. All My Life, Lil Durk featuring J. Cole. Of course, that would be for the hook, not the actual rap lyrics. He wrote Cheat Back, Chloe featuring Future. He wrote How We Roll, Sierra, Chris Brown. He wrote Make Your Mind by Cordae. Of course, that's another hook. Pretty Girls Walk by Big Boss Vet. I'm hoping that's the hook because Big Boss Vet is a rapper. Let me find out you got niggas just writing your shit. I mean, ain't no big deal. You got, he wrote 7 by Jungkook and Latto. The fuck? I see you, bruh. He wrote Told Ya by Chloe featuring Missy Elliott. And he also wrote You and I by Sekou. Those are some big hits. Well, some big artists. Not big hits necessarily, but big artists. But I don't know if he's going to win it. Okay? I don't know the other people in this category. I just think that he's going to get shitted on. Now, we're going to skip the pop and dance electronic field. We're going to go down to the urban category. R&B, rap, and spoken word. This is where we actually excel. Okay? Now, in this, we've got Best R&B Performance. All right? So this is for a new vocal or R&B instrumental recording. This features Summer Too Hot by Chris Brown. That was a dope song, dope-ass video. Whether or not you fuck with Chris for, personal reasons, past, whatever, song is dope. You've got Back to Love by Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Eiley. This is like, very musical, but definitely probably not going to win. I See You by Coco Jones. That's a contender, especially with how big that song got. I mean, she was everywhere performing that fucking song. You got How Does It Make You Feel by Victoria Monet and Kill Bill by SZA. This is very stiff competition. Out of these records, I kind of see SZA or Coco. Probably SZA just because of how massive she is compared to Coco Jones. But doesn't matter. We've got Best Traditional R&B Performance for new vocal or instrumental traditional R&B recording. That's going to be Simple by Babyface featuring Coco Jones. So we see Coco again. We've got Lucky by Kenyon Dixon, another talented artist and songwriter. Hollywood by Victoria Monet, featuring Earth, Wind, and Fire and Hazel Monet. Good Morning by PJ Morton and Susan Carroll. And you've got Love Language by SZA. I don't have a dog in that race. Y'all let me know which one y'all like. If I'm going by impact in the game, SZA's probably going to clean up, right? Best R&B song. These go to the songwriters behind the actual record again. So in this one, you have Angel from Halle, right? Halle Bailey, particularly, you know what I mean? The same for Back to Love, Robert Glasper, Sir, Alex Eiley, ICU, Coco Jones, On My Mama, Victoria Monet, and then Snooze by SZA. These R&B categories, but they these bitches is tight knit like a motherfucking rope turned into a whip. Like, god damn. I don't even know best overall R&B song, just period, out of this category. ICU comes to mind for me. If you're going off of the standard of R&B, but y'all let me know. Best progressive R&B album. Okay, so in this category we've got Black with his album Since I Have a Lover. I didn't even know Black had an album out. I hate to say that as one of my Atlanta constituents, but I did not. The Love album by Diddy is up for this category. There's no way in hell he wins that. Nova by Terrace Martin and James Fauntleroy. The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe, another nomination. Congratulations. And SOS by SZA. SZA got that. If she don't win it, TDE's probably gonna goddamn shoot the place up. Best R&B album. So there's progressive R&B album and then best R&B album in totality, right? Girls Night Out by Babyface. Of course, that's the compilation album he did with all the female R&B artists, similar to what Diddy did with the Love album, but you know, I guess it had a little bit less promotion behind it. What I Didn't Tell You by Coco Jones, the deluxe version. I think that's probably my fave. You know what I'm saying? Special Occasion by Emily King, Jaguar 2, Victoria Monet, and then Clear 2, Soft Life EP by Summer Walker. Now, this Clear 2 thing didn't get the best reception from the public. You know, it didn't have none of those. It was very acoustic, right? And people wasn't really into that. There were some people that fucked with that because they know her beginnings, but it didn't get the reviews that she wanted. Best Rap Performance, The Hillbillies by Baby Keem featuring Kendrick Lamar. I think there's no way in hell that happens. Love Letter by Black Thought. Salute to Black Thought for even getting nominated. I think that's a win in itself. Rich Flex by Drake and 21 Savage. Scientists and Engineers by Killer Mike featuring Andre 3000, Future, and Aaron Allen Kane. And then Players by Coi Leray. I'm not gonna lie. Best Rap Performance category. I am a rap fan through and through. I don't like this category that y'all compiled this year. I don't like what y'all chose. Out of these contenders, I would say Players by Coi Leray had the biggest impact. I would say musically, Scientists and Engineers is the most, interesting record, but interesting records don't always win. Rich Flex would be like the obvious just because it's Drake and 21 Savage. But, and that was the 21, can you do something for me? So maybe that little segment there could get them a dub. I don't know. Best Melodic Rap Performance. That's Sitting on Top of the World by Burna Boy featuring 21 Savage, of course, with the Brandy sample in it. You've got Attention by Doja Cat, so she's in there. Got Spin About You, Drake and 21 Savage. All My Life, Lil Durk featuring J. Cole. And then you've got Low by SZA. Interesting that SZA actually falls into the rap category this year. I'm sure Top Dog and them weren't too thrilled about that. But it's an extra nomination. She could win. Shit, fuck it. Out of these records in this category, This is another situation of I don't like the choices. Attention by Doja Cat is probably my personal favorite just because that was like her kind of coming out moment of like, yeah, bitch, I'm finna rap on y'all on this album. But it didn't get critically received well. It was dope, but it didn't hit like that. Paint the Town Red ended up being like the big shit from her. Um, Burna Boy might take it just because of the firepower behind the record. I wouldn't like to see that. Spin About You is kind of like the obvious choice. I think SZA might take that, but who knows? Best rap song in general, Attention by Doja Cat. Why is that nominated again? Y'all do know a lot of people dropped music last year. Y'all don't have to recycle these niggas. Barbie World by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Aqua. Okay. It's not the best rap song by far, but probably the most mainstream out of the entire category. Just Wanna Rock by Lil Uzi Vert. That's a big one. That could take it. Rich Flex, Drake, and 21 Savage. And then Scientists and Engineers by Killer Mike, Andre 3000, Future, Aaron Allen Kane. Best rap song? I think Just Wanna Rock probably takes the cake just from the impact and how many people have launched careers off of trying to make songs just like that in the past probably 5-6 months. I mean, had we not gotten I Just Wanna Rock, there would be no Lay Banks right now, and she's out here killing it. I think she's really talented. I'm just tired of hearing that same fucking drum pattern, but that's just me. I'm a stickler for that type of thing. Best rap album: Her Loss by Drake and 21 Savage, Michael by Killer Mike, just being nominated as a win for Killer Kill. Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin, King's Disease 3 by Nas, Utopia by Travis Scott. Artistically, I would go with Killer Mike. His album is actually a hip-hop masterpiece, but they don't judge that off of that metric in the Grammys. I think Travis Scott, I don't know if they're going to give it to Travis. I know they're trying to ingratiate him back into the mainstream, but I think the fact that White Kids was injured and some died at that fucking Astro World shit, I don't think they're going to bring him back to favor like that. They let him perform, though, so maybe. Heroes and Villains could be, because it has some of everyone on there that everybody loves and fucks with. It's crazy. The rap categories, I can't even choose because I feel like the options are so underwhelming. Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. I see some homies, people I personally know in here. Damn, that's crazy. Hold on. So we've got You're Not Wrong, They're Not Either from Queen Sheba. She's an Atlanta local. That's dope for her. That's a fucking huge win. She's been hustling and grinding for years. We've got For Your Consideration, the album by Prentice Powell and Sean William. I don't know Prentice personally, but one of my homies has worked with him. Grocery Shopping with My Mother by Kevin Powell. The Light Inside by Jay Ivy. I spoke about him earlier. And then there's When the Poems Do What They Do by Aja Monet, who's also very dope. I believe she's from Chicago. Shout out to the best spoken word and poetry album category. That just warmed my heart a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To see local independent acts that put their fucking blood, sweat, and tears on the line actually have a category that they can win a Grammy for. This probably will not be nominated on TV, but who gives a fuck, man? Get your goddamn Grammys. And that's pretty much it. They've got jazz and other country and Americana roots and shit like that. I don't listen to none of that shit. I don't know none of them people. So we did our big one with that. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to let me know down below in the comments who you think is going to take those categories that we did go over today. Out of Victoria Monet and SZA. SZA has 9 nominations. Victoria Monet has 7. Who do you think's gonna go home with more? Not to make it a head-to-head thing, but just because they have so many appearances in the show tonight. Who do you think's gonna take it home as far as the most? You think SZA's gonna walk away with about 4-5 of them bitches? You think Victoria Monet could walk away with 3-4 of them bitches? You know what I mean? Like, don't put me in a category if she ain't gonna show no love. Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice solo. Doja, what y'all see? Let me know, man. Are you gonna be tuned into the Grammys tonight? Is this the only interaction with the Grammys you're gonna have? Is watching this show right here? Let me know. I'll be tuned in a little bit, probably halfway. But yeah, man. And again, I want to just thank everybody that's been supporting the channel. We're on our way to 9,000 subbies. That is not a small figure for anyone. I don't give a fuck about these niggas that got 100, 200,000. 9,000 is just letting me know that we're doing the right thing. We got the right people coming. And in due time, we're going to be climbing up those ranks as well to get that 10, that 15, that 20, and then just snowball from there. So I greatly appreciate y'all. Those of y'all that have actually started cash apping me for the quality of the content on my channel, that fucking rocks. Y'all are the greatest. I thank y'all genuinely from the bottom of my heart. And I'm in awe of the growth, man. It was just a few weeks ago, I was barely getting 500 views per video, and all of a sudden we're getting 5,000, 10,000, 8,000, 6,000. So y'all are the firepower, man. I'm just the voice. I'm just the mouthpiece. I put my research in. I put my time in. And I'm just glad that it's paying off. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Y'all know how this gonna go. Let's play Let's Get It one good time. And then we're gonna ride on out to the Grammys. All right? Much love and respect. Y'all stay safe out there. Love on your family, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.